How's it going, guys? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. For today's build, I'm finally doing the Starkiller Lightsaber. So let's jump right in. For the top section, I'm going to use the top body from the Graflex build. So check it out if you haven't already. I'm going to start by milling out the section for the crystal chamber to be seen. Then I'm going to use some files to refine the shape and take off any of the sharp edges. I'm not too worried about the finish of the parts, as at the end the saber will have very heavy battle damage. Next, I'm going to be marking and drilling some holes for the back side of the emitter section and tap the holes with an M4. Now I can move on to the middle section of the saber. This will be the part that holds the top and bottom together, and will also hold the crystal chamber in place. I'll start by refining the shape and then add in some details. Now the basics of the middle section is done. I'll now do the bunny ears. I have some of this 20 by 20 square bar that I can use. I'll just put it on the mill and start cutting away some material. Then onto the belt sander to add some of the shape. With the bunny ears done, it's time to start the crystal chamber. You can check out my crystal chamber build. That will give you an idea of how these can be put together and getting some useful parts to use. But for the brass parts of the crystal chamber, I'm going to be using some hose fittings I got for about $2.50 from a local shop. I'll chuck these in the lathe and machine some parts. Keep in mind that I'm sure you could just use a hacksaw to cut these parts and would still be useful. All I'm doing is adding in some smaller details to make them look a little bit more interesting. I'll also need some brass rods to use. So I'm just going to get some small brass rods out of some old CD-ROMs. Remember that while I may only be using the small rods for this build, all the parts of the CD-ROM and hard drives can be used for other projects, including the screws. Collecting screws of all different shapes and sizes will come in use at some point. I figure the best way to hold the crystal chamber in would be with 4 grub screws, 2 on each side. And as the middle section is to be painted black anyways, they won't be visible. Speaking of painting, let's paint the middle section. I used a matte black. After the paint is dry, I'll use a red Scotch-Brite pad to add in a small bit of weathering. For the control box on the back of the saber, I found some 15mm aluminum. This is actually used to hold an LED strip. It cost me around $10 and I'm sure you should be able to find some online. For a piece about 30 centimeters long, you should be able to get a good couple of control boxes out of it. Next, I need to add a lot of battle damage. I figure the only reason you would ever have an exposed crystal chamber on a saber is if you need to make battlefield repairs. So I'm going to use the Dremel with a cutting wheel to add some big chunks of damage. Remember that you can't add material back after you've taken it away, so it's better to make some markings of where you want a lot of the battle damage to take place, so you can get a good idea of how it will look when it's done. With all the battle damage done, time to do the brass pins. I happen to have these little brass screws that are actually for leather. If I reduce the head size, they should look great. I will leave links in the description of where you can get all these miscellaneous parts. So now with all that done, we can move on to the bottom half of the saber. I think I'm just going to let the rest of the build play so you guys can enjoy it in peace.
see you have constructed a new lightsaber. We would be honored if you would join us.
I see you've made it to the end. Why don't you subscribe and check out some of our other builds? Go on, what are you waiting for?